Hello, buddy, it's Bendominator, and welcome to the very, very first episode of the Bendominator podcast. This is like a test round. This is the first episode. I don't have any guests with me today. I don't know how many episodes I'm gonna have guests. I had some people ask me in live streams about guests, and there are a few I plan to have. I don't know how many of them are actually going to be able to do the podcast and be able to be on it, but I do have a couple of guests in mind. So yeah, there will be some episodes with guests, but I feel like the majority is just gonna be me kind of just talking to you guys. I thought the podcast would be a really good way for me to just have a weekly thing that I could look forward to and just kind of talk about Fortnite, and then also just other things that are interesting to me, mostly gaming stuff, but other things that just interest me throughout the week. And kind of just talk about like the content I've made throughout the week and how I'm feeling about the channel. So yeah, this is gonna be like a super like no cuts, no editing, just me talking straight for like as long as I feel like. There's not really gonna be a set length for all the episodes. It's mostly just going to be like how long do I want to talk about stuff. And yeah, I'll try to make each episode at least 30 minutes long and less than like an hour and a half, but I feel like, yeah, there's only so long I can sit and just talk about stuff, but yeah, I'm gonna try and make this as entertaining as possible. I hope you guys like it. I'm trying to incorporate viewer stuff too, so if you guys have any questions that you guys want to ask me or any topics that you guys want to talk about, be sure to leave a comment on this video so that I can talk about stuff in the next podcast, because for this podcast, I'm going to be checking some of your guys' comments on the last podcast video I made, which wasn't actually a podcast because this is episode 1. The last video was like episode 0 where I told you guys, hey, this is what I'm going to be doing and I need your guys' help with this. So, yeah, so if you guys left any comments here on this video, on the last podcast video, then I will be reading through them. And maybe I'll even read some comments on some of my other videos too. Just to maybe answer some questions if anybody has questions. I think most of the comments on my other videos are just like, hey, nice vid or whatever, but maybe I'll check some other comments too. But yeah, that's pretty much how this podcast is gonna go. So yeah, that's pretty much how it's gonna be. Pretty simple, pretty kind of laid back. Again, I hope you guys enjoy this. I'm definitely probably going to enjoy making these quite a bit. But yeah, the first thing I kind of wanted to talk about is just like where my channel's at right now. I'm really, really happy with it. We're at 280 subscribers right now, 281. I'm really hoping to hit 300 really soon. You guys have been amazing coming to all the live streams have been so much fun. Like, I used to live stream. Oh man, I plan on having a whole podcast about like what my channel used to be before all this Fortnite stuff happened. But I used to live stream on Twitch, and I used to live stream on YouTube. And I would get people to come in all the time, and I would get some people to come in, especially on Twitch. I would get some viewership, but nothing like you guys have been giving me. It's so much fun, and just the conversation that we have in chat is so amazing. So I really appreciate you guys for coming to the live streams. And yeah, the live streams are super fun. I've been doing them pretty much daily at this point just because I love doing them so much. So yeah, when I first started doing Fortnite content, I started with, what was it? I started with the Season X video, which was a month ago at this point, which is kind of crazy. And then I did the Axo skin video, which was very different from the skin videos I do now. I didn't really have a structure for anything. That was just straight up gameplay. If I had to redo that, if I had the chance to redo that video, I would. But yeah, that video did pretty well. And then yeah, I tried my hand at a Pokemon series. Wasn't really feeling it. Then I did more Fortnite videos, and I just started uploading videos like daily. I was like ranking Fortnite Battle Pass. Then the next day it was a Pokemon video, and then what would I want to see in Avengers Battle Pass, Hulk Smashers. The days leading up to Season 4 were probably the most I've uploaded content ever. I did the Hulk Smashers. What if we got 2 battle passes, and what if Chapter 2 Season 3 was Chapter 2 Season 3 a success? And the battle pass video, those were all in the same day, I'm pretty sure. 2 battle passes might have been the day before that, but it was like the night before. Then I reviewed Thor skin, and the Tart Tycoon skin came out. The beginning of the season was so packed with stuff to talk about. The problem with the battle pass, again, I did a live stream. That was the first live stream I'd kind of done in a while. I talked about Jennifer Walters skin, thoughts on unreleased skins. The Seeker skin, really cool. Item shop rework. And now we're getting to like some of the newer stuff here. Fortnite 200 sub stream, that was when we got to 200 subs. That was really cool. Probably one of the best streams. And ever since that 200 sub stream, I've been streaming like almost as often as I possibly can, like every single day almost. I miss a few days here and there. I don't really stream on the weekends much. Probably never gonna really do streams on Sundays. And Saturdays, since Saturday's for the podcast, I might stream still, but I don't know. But yeah, mostly like every day of the week I've been streaming. I'll probably do a stream today. If you guys are listening to this, the podcast is being the podcast always gets recorded on Saturday and always goes up on Saturday. So yeah, if you're listening to this the other day podcast goes live, I'll probably stream today. No promises, but I'll probably stream after the podcast. But yeah, I've been doing so many streams. It's been so much fun. I did the Battle Breakers video. I'm super glad that those skins finally came out. The Fortnite Polaris mod video, exploring the old map. That video almost has 500 views. It's at 454 right now, as of recording this. That was such a fun video to make. I'm so glad that people enjoyed that one. And yeah, I could see why it got how many views as it did. I think someone's like, people want to see the old map. People like the old map, and that's actually something I'm going to talk about later in the podcast. People really like the old map, so if there's video evidence of someone playing it, especially nowadays, people are gonna go all over that. So I'm really glad people enjoyed that video, and it was definitely worth the hassle that it took to actually set that up. Cause yeah, it's quite a complicated process to actually get that working. And then I released a new 14.10 video, probably my worst video, if I'm gonna be honest. I recorded that video like 3 in the morning. No, it was like 5 or 6 in the morning, because I woke up for the new update and I was super tired. And yeah, I kind of just rushed that video out. I was like, I need a news video, bam. So yeah, probably not my best work. I'm not a huge fan of that video, but if you watched it and enjoyed it, then thank you for watching that video. I don't know. I feel like it's not my best video, but you know, you can't always have great videos. So yeah, and then we got the Groot skin review. I love the Groot skin. I love the raccoon pet. That pet is just so amazing. I run it with Axo now. It's just such a good pet. I'm almost run it with pretty much everything. I use it in Save the World too, which is pretty cool. It's just fun to use, especially just I don't know. It's just a fun pet, and then the Groot skin itself is really cool too. Can't wait to get the foils on all these battle pass skins. And then I did the rare skins video. That was kind of like, I have an idea, I'm gonna make a video about it, and it paid off. I want to do that more often. It was kind of like a off the hook, like, this isn't a news video, it's not a skin review video, but it's just something I wanted to talk about, so I made a video on it. So I'm probably gonna keep doing that more often. Yeah, and then I kept just live streaming even more. I made the ray tracing video. The ray tracing is really, really cool. I'm happy with the update, especially because DSS or DLSS, I forget what it's called, actually just boosts performance in general. So if you could turn that on and not even use ray tracing, you can just crank your graphics up. Like, I've been cranking my graphics up. I used to play on all low settings because like that's what streamers would do. Like, every streamer is like, you have to play on every setting to the lowest possible thing so you can get your game to run perfect or whatever. But ever since DLSS, I've been able to crank up my settings a little bit, and I haven't had much problems with it outside of the ping problems I've been having during streaming, which is very annoying sometimes. But it only happens sometimes, so yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much like all the videos I've uploaded like since I started doing Fortnite stuff. I've done 3 streams since I did that ray tracing video. I did a stream last night, which was really fun. Um, but yeah, just a lot of fun videos I've been making, and I plan by next podcast I'll have made another like a lot more videos as well, so I can talk about those videos. But yeah, I've been pumping out content, and it's been so much fun, honestly. But yeah, so that's just kind of like how my channel's been. We're like 20 subs away from 300. I really hope to hit that during a live stream or something. That would be really fun. Um, but yeah, so let's go ahead and go on over to your guys' comments on the podcast video. I'm gonna refresh this real quick just in case there's like a last minute comment. I don't believe there is though. But yeah, we get quite a few comments. Some of these are kind of broad, so I don't know how much I can actually talk about some of these. Like, okay, so here's a comment from Nightkeeper. He said, topics, Fortnite news, not just in-game news. Thoughts on new updates slash coming features, Apple versus Epic Story news, and rarest items came back to the shop this slash coming weeks. Which, yeah, so I actually really enjoy some of these topics here. The Fortnite news and stuff, I'm probably just going to talk about that anyway. Thoughts on new updates, coming features. I will talk about 14.10. So, 14.10 I think is a really good update, but it's got some issues. I think mostly like the Stark Industries POI, just that whole thing is kind of just, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of it. I like the scenery. I love how it looks, but the fact that it's just like the terrain is really weird around it. You have to use zip lines to get up to it. It's hard even to just build up to it. And then like people just camp high ground on it, and it's just so hard to get to them. You are pretty much forced to use a zip line, or if you have like because we don't have launch pads, right? So it makes it even worse. The POI itself, like that actual area, is really fun to explore. I really love the scenery. But then, like, so many people land Stark Industries, it's not even worth it getting the gauntlets or like the Iron Man stuff, because I feel like that stuff isn't even that good. The Iron Man beam is probably one of the better mythics in the game right now. It hits like 90 damage, I believe. But the Iron Man like repulsors, like the blasters, I feel like they're so bad. Like they do have auto aim, but they only hit like 20 damage per shot, and it's like such a slow fire rate. And then it's like, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of the Iron Man repulsors. They are fun to use, but they're not very good. So I feel like it's never really worth even going Stark Industries. You're better off just finding the Iron Man stuff from another player by just killing them. So yeah, I'm glad the update's here. The game, I think, mostly definitely just improved from this update. I'm not missing Frenzy Farm too much. I know some people miss Frenzy now. But I'm sure it'll be back by next season, so I don't think there's too much to worry about there. And I'm sure all this Marvel POIs are going to be, like, poof, gone. I think that's why they're doing it the way they are. They're not ingraining it into the map so heavily so that they can easily reverse it when the time comes to change things. I'm really curious to see how Fort Nightmares is going to be. I plan on talking that a bit more in future podcasts and even a video about Fort Nightmares, how interesting that's going to be, because that's going to be pretty cool, I think. But yeah, Fort Nightmares is going to be exciting. I'm curious to see what skins they're going to release. I'm curious to see what map changes, if any, they're going to make. Are they going to bring back the Storm King LTM? What's going to happen? Last year's Fort Nightmares was really cool. So, I'm excited for Fort Nightmares this year. He also said, talk about Apple versus Epic Story news. I think the latest thing to come out from that is that they're actually like, you cannot play Save the World on Mac devices anymore. That was like the latest news to come out about that. I don't know a lot about like the lawsuit itself. I don't know a lot about who's in the right and who's in the wrong or whatever. I can kind of see both sides, but it's like, I don't know. I don't think Fortnite went about it the right way. I just think doing this whole price cut thing, it's just like, I feel like we're never gonna get Fortnite back on iOS now, and especially now that Mac is losing Save the World. What if it's banned on like Mac PCs as well? Like that could be pretty bad, and it's just getting out of hand at this point. I just think if Fortnite could just, I don't see what the big deal is for Fortnite to just say, okay, if you play on iOS, then you might have to pay a bit more for V-Bucks or whatever. Like, I feel like that's better than having the game banned entirely. The good thing about it is that if they want to, and I don't know if this has changed, but the last time I was like looking into it, if Fortnite just said, hey, we'll get rid of the price cut for iOS and we won't we won't not sell our products on your Apple store through your price cut, like the cut that Apple takes, that Apple will just put their game back on and act like nothing happened. That's what they said before. I don't know if that still holds true now because we've gotten much deeper into the situation now. Um, but yeah, I feel bad for all the people who only played on iOS devices. And I feel like there was a way Fortnite could have handled this where they didn't get banned, because I feel like they knew they were going to get banned from iOS. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know if it's worth what they did, if it's worth losing that many players and losing that much. I mean, they're losing money from it too. So I don't know what the decision making behind that was. I don't know if they're just trying to make Apple look bad. They're not even gaining any money from the lawsuit. I guess they're just trying to like stand up to Apple and be like, this price cut is unfair or whatever. But that's just going to be really difficult to do. I don't know how they're going to do that. And it seems like it's gotten to the point where Apple obviously seems to have power over them. Like they seem to be like, hey, you're not going to follow rules. We're just going to delete you from all of our services. So, yeah. I'm not super educated on the whole situation, obviously. Um, but I really do feel bad for iOS players and anyone who's just was playing Fortnite and now just pretty much can't or is stuck in season 3. Like that's got to be rough. So yeah, that's kind of my 2 cents on the whole situation. And the rarest item that came back to the shop this week or coming weeks, I really like this one right here. I might make this like an actual part of the podcast, but for this week, so I really didn't plan ahead before reading these. I will say, last night, like today's or last night's item shop, the boxing and boxer skins came back. I'm pretty sure only second time they've ever come back, and it's been like since Chapter 2, Season 2, since they were out, which was the first time. So that's probably like the rarest. I know there was like another item that was in the shop this week. That was pretty rare, but I'm forgetting what it was. I can check Twitter real quick. But yeah, the boxy and boxer skins came back finally, which is really, really cool. I'm really happy that those finally did come out. Especially because the person who actually made the skin, they got gifted it, but it was from somebody who had purchased illegal V-Bucks or like got V-Bucks an illegal way for either cheaper or for free. So he had those skins taken off his account. Sharktooths, I believe his name is, who created the skins. He had his own skins taken away from him because the person who gifted them to him purchased them with illegal V-Bucks, illegal transactions. So, and then they never came back, so he can never get his own skin, but now that they're back, he can finally get his own, he can finally get those skins now. I know he's had a few more concepts in the game, like the shark skins, but, yeah, he actually has those skins now, which is really cool. I don't know why Epic didn't just gift them to him. I don't know why he didn't get them for free, because he made the concept, but he did get, like, paid to get, or, like, royalties or whatever for having the skins in the game. But yeah, I feel like it would have been nice if he just got those skins for free, especially if they weren't gonna like bring him back. But they finally did bring him back, and I don't know if it's for him or if it's just because hey, they wanted to bring something back. But yeah, that's probably one of the rare items, like rarest items that came out this week, and I think it's a really cool set. Yeah, so I'm glad that's back. Alright, so Julesy FN here said topics: live events, seasons, upcoming skins, Fortnite drama, Fortnite collaborations, and different Fortnite YouTubers. These are all really good topics. I could go ahead and try and predict the live event this season, I guess. This season's live event is gonna be really interesting. I'm pretty much almost certain that we're getting a live event this season. I remember last season people were like, "Oh, we're gonna get a live event. We're gonna get a certain event." I was like, I had doubts. I feel like they didn't really build up anything back like last season, and I was like, guys, I don't think we're getting a live event, and we actually didn't get a live event. But this season, I feel like there's no way we don't get a live event with like Galactus or something. And I really hope it's like an interactive event. I hope it's like a boss fight with like Galactus, or they could even do an LTM like they did with Storm King, where it's like an LTM where you fight Galactus. I think that would be really, really sick. I think it would be really cool. And I'm having a feeling that Galactus is going to tie into Fort Nightmares. I think instead of having zombies, they're going to have like Galactus AI. And that might be a little weird. I don't know. I feel like they're not going to bring back zombies because they were like based on Save the World. And now that they're pretty much done with Save the World, because they made the zombies back in season 6. They made them so that they could cross promote with Save the World. So they could get more eyes on Save the World. They could be like, hey, do you like fighting zombies in Battle Royale? Well, you can do this and Save the World. Like all the time. And they kind of did that for that reason. Same with the Storm King. They're trying to cross promote with Save the World. So every Fortnitemares, they've been trying to get more eyes on Save the World. But now that Save the World is like discontinued, I don't know how they're gonna handle it. I don't think they're gonna bring back zombies, but they might bring back something similar through Galactus. I think they're gonna tie in Marvel somehow, and I think they're gonna tie in Galactus to the Fortnitemares, but I'm not exactly sure how they're going to do it. But yeah, that's just kind of how I think about Fortnitemares and live event and everything. Uh, yeah, Elixir Zero says, do like a MythBusters or do theories on Fortnite storyline? You could also do Save the World. Yeah, I do want to talk about Save the World actually a bit. Uh, I, you say storyline. A lot of people would probably like to hear me talk about storyline, but the thing is, I honestly like, I couldn't care less about the storyline anymore. It's gotten so crazy to the point where it's like, I can't even follow it without like watching 10 videos on the storyline, and those are all just theories. I don't actually know what's going on. There's no like concrete, this is the storyline. And I know that's how it's always been, but I feel like back in like the early days of like chapter 1, I feel like the story was a lot easier to follow, even if it wasn't the most interesting thing. I don't think Fortnite storylines has ever been that great, but it did do its job in keeping people to come back, and I do get interested in it from time to time. I know people have been talking about like the battle bus being equipped to go through a black hole, and a lot of people think that's going to bring back the old map. That's definitely a possibility, and that might happen during the live event. We'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, the only storyline related things I really, really enjoy are the live events, because they directly show you things that are happening. And yeah, so I'm not a huge fan of the Fortnite storyline anymore. Sometimes I do get a little bit hyped up for stuff, storyline related, mostly like live event stuff. But yeah, and then Mythbusters, I don't know how I would do that for a podcast. But maybe like a video, I could do something like that. But for a podcast, when it's just me talking, uh, it might be hard to do like Mythbusters stuff. But yeah, Save the World. I wanted to talk about Save the World because if you have Founders Edition, and I know you can't get the Founders Edition anymore, but if you're on PC and you have Founders Edition, I think a lot of people know this, but you can get free V-Bucks through it. And ever since I got Save the World back in like season 6, I like never like I feel like it's so underrated how many V-Bucks you can get through Save the World. I've literally been I got back into Save the World about a week ago, and I've gotten like 800 V-Bucks just from playing Save the World. Like 700 or 800 V-Bucks. And it's just like, I never need to buy V-Bucks again. And I used to do that all the time. I kind of stopped. I kind of started caving in to just buy skins. But it's like, man, it's so convenient. That's actually how I got the superhero skin. I was like, I had already gotten um the starter pack, and I was like, I think I bought something in a shop. I forgot what it was, or I bought the Shadow Legends pack, and I was like, I really don't want to buy V-Bucks. I just spent money on this game, so I just grinded Save the World, and I got the superhero skin. I didn't have to pay anything, and it's so good. And now I can just grind back up. I almost have another V-Bucks for the next battle pass, and then some. Can grind even more, and it's just Save the World so nice for that. The game mode itself wasn't that fun, honestly. I really only play it for the V-Bucks. I think a lot of people do. But it's so worth it when you just grind up for things, and you can grind and you can get V-Bucks. It's so rewarding to just buy a skin without having to spend any money on it. And yeah, you would be surprised how many skins in my locker are actually paid with no money. Like, I didn't pay any money for a lot of the skins in my locker because Save the World. And it really sucks that they kind of got rid of that. Because the thing is, like, how many people are actually going to take that as much time as, like, say I do or some people do to get that many V-Bucks? I don't think Fortnite's losing that much money if they let people do that, especially if people still have to buy Save the World anyway. I don't know. I think most people bought Save the World just so they could get free V-Bucks, and I think people would continue to buy the Save the World for that reason. But the fact that they took that away, it's like, I don't know. I feel like they're just kind of killing Save the World, which might be what they want to do, but I feel like they're digging a bigger grave for themselves for Save the World now that you can't get free V-Bucks through it. So, yeah, that's kind of how I feel about that. Alright. Ordinary said talk about Fortnite leaks and Fall Guys. We have actually had a lot of skin leaks recently. I was gonna do a skin video, like a leaked upcoming skin video for Fortnite for 14.10. But we got like no leaked skins, and so I just made it a big news video. I talked about the few leaked skins we actually got in the video. But yeah, honestly, like, skin leaks have been really disappointing this season, which is really weird. And I was thinking, maybe they just have like a Black Panther and Venom skin encrypted in the files right now. But I feel like those would have been leaked by now. So hopefully next update we get like a Black Panther or like an Ant-Man. I really want an Ant-Man skin for some reason. I don't know why. I don't even like Ant-Man that much. I would just love an Ant-Man skin for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, and then topic Fall Guys. I actually got another comment from Age Rolls here saying, what's your opinion on Fall Guys? I liked Fall Guys a lot for like a week. And then I got bored of it because it's super repetitive. It's like the same thing every time. I might come back to it. I don't know if I'll ever make videos on it. I might stream it sometimes. I don't know. But yeah, I think it's fun. I think it's good. I think all the attention it's getting, I think it deserves the attention it's getting. Yeah, I think it's good. I'm waiting for the new season to come out, and I just don't have any motivation to like get to tier, what is it, like 70 or whatever for the battle pass in that game, just because I don't have a lot of fun playing it after experiencing like all the maps. Like, I played it for like 15 hours and I was like, all right, I've kind of done everything there is to do. I've kind of played every map. I got a win, and I was like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm having much fun with this anymore, but hopefully that changes. I know they have added a few new updates. I know there's like remixed version of the map now, so I might go back to it. I plan on playing it more. I really do like the game. It's one of those games, I get tired of games really easily if they're the same thing over and over again, and I know that's what Fortnite is. But Fortnite has so much interesting news. They have so many interesting cosmetics. All these things that keep me coming back. Fall Guys doesn't have much of that for me, but I do plan to return to it in the future, so don't take this as me saying I don't like the game, because I really do like the game, and I do plan on coming back to it. But yeah, that's pretty much most of the comments I got here. Thank you to all the people who commented. Thank you for giving me some discussion. Again, if you want to have your comment featured in the podcast, want me to talk about things, put your comment in the comment section of this video, and I will talk about it in the next podcast for sure. yeah. So yeah, let's I wanted to talk about some non-related Fortnite things now. Just for a bit. I wanted to talk about the PS5 event that we actually got. Uh the PS5 event was really really good. And I was like I'm going to get a PS5. I was like I'm so hyped to get a PS5. But news actually came out that Sony said that 3 games are actually going to be coming to the PS4, and 2 of those games are the games that I was most hyped to play, which were the Sackboy: A Big Adventure, and of course the Spider-Man game. Those are both coming to PS4, so I'm like, hey, that's cool. I don't have to buy a PS5 for like another year or two, so I'm happy about that. I still do want to play like some of the other games that are probably gonna be PS5 exclusive, but like I can wait on those. The 2 main games that I just really wanted to play were the Little Big Planet game and of course the Spider-Man game. So I'm really happy that those are coming to PS4. Because then I can play them, and I'll probably stream those too. I know my Fortnite. I know my channel is mainly Fortnite, and I plan to mostly only make Fortnite videos. But the live streams, I think, are gonna like the live streams I plan to also do mostly Fortnite. But those are gonna be kind of the times when I maybe stray away from Fortnite sometimes. Just because like sometimes I just want to play a different game than Fortnite on stream. And I know a lot of people might not be interested in that, but just to let you guys know if you're listening to the podcast, not every single live stream is gonna be Fortnite. But most videos are, and most streams still are going to be Fortnite. So don't worry about me going away from Fortnite. If I'm streaming something or I make a video on something that's not Fortnite, don't worry, that's not me changing the content. That doesn't mean I'm getting tired of Fortnite. It just means, hey, this is a cool game that I also want to show off for at least just a tiny bit. And yeah, the first time I kind of really did that was I played COD. I played Call of Duty Cold War on stream last night, and actually people didn't seem to mind it too much. Um, it was really fun, and I really do like that game. And then yeah, we went over to Fortnite. So anytime I'm playing a game that's not Fortnite on stream, I'll probably play Fortnite later in the stream as well. So don't panic or anything if I upload a video or I do a stream that's not Fortnite. Just know that sometimes there's other games I want to play on the channel. But yeah, this is mostly a Fortnite channel at this point, and I'll try to keep it this way. Um, but yeah, again, like for the podcast too, it's like now I'm kind of talking about things that aren't Fortnite, mostly Fortnite stuff, but it's like 80% Fortnite, 20% anything else I'm really interested in. And I think that goes for anything. That goes for the whole channel. It goes for the the videos I upload, the streams I do, and the podcast. It's always going to be like 80% or like 70% Fortnite, and then like 20 or 30% anything else, any other games that I'm interested in. So yeah, I hope people don't mind that too much. I don't think they will. Uh, because it's still majority of Fortnite, and I know people really do want people subscribe to a channel for the content that they expect. I know some people like the channel just because hey, it's like the person behind it, but I know that's not everyone, and it's fine if you like the channel just because like it's Fortnite or whatever. It's just because of the discussion and stuff, and yeah, that's what I have the most fun doing anyway. So yeah, I just thought I'd get that out of the way because why not? I know that was kind of convoluted. I just thought I'd talk about that. But yeah, and then I wanted to talk about Call of Duty Cold War. That game is probably my favorite COD game since Black Ops 2 so far. I know it's just the alpha. There's like 5 maps out, but if they really nail the zombies and if they make all the maps as good as the ones that are in the beta, like oh my god, that game's gonna be so much fun. I can't wait. I love Black Ops games. I actually really like Black Ops 4. Besides from like the zombies, I didn't really like zombies in Black Ops 4. I didn't like Black Ops 3. Black Ops 2 is like one of my favorite games because like that was the first COD game I ever played, so it was really fun. And I just liked COD ever since. It's just stupid fun. It's so much fun. I don't know. It's just such a good game to just sit and just play. Uh, but not every game is created equal. Cause like Black Ops 4, I played that all the time, and then Modern Warfare came out, and I didn't really care for it too much. But now Black Ops Cold War is coming out, and I'm seeing a pattern that I really like Black Ops games. I like the Black Ops games a lot, so I'm really excited for that game to come out. I'm definitely going to be playing more of the beta. Might stream a bit more of it, but yeah, I'm really happy. Also, I did the stream last night. My capture card before, I have an Elgato HD, not a HD 60, just an HD, which I know I should probably upgrade, but it's been working pretty well. It wasn't working on the PS4, and I was like, oh no, is my capture card broken? Because I used it on my Nintendo Switch and it worked fine, and turns out I was able to actually fix it, so I can stream games from my PS4 and my Switch now, as well as my PC, of course. So yeah, maybe I'll some of those new PS4 games that are going to be coming out in November, I can actually record videos on. So that'll be fun. And then also, maybe you guys will see some different games for background footage as well. Maybe some COD for background footage. Maybe some other PS4 games as background footage. Because yeah, recording Fortnite for the background footage for every video isn't always that great. Because Fortnite's kind of hard to get good background footage for, to be honest with you guys. And it's also like whenever I'm doing it, I mostly want to play with other people for background footage. So I'll usually like ask like Hunter Fellow if he wants to play, or some of my friends if they want to play. And it's really hard to record and stream at the same time, so I don't get background footage from that either. So sometimes it's just fun to play another game to get background footage for. So if you guys see like, I know some videos I did like Fall Guys background footage and other stuff, people don't really seem to mind. So hopefully you guys don't mind if the background footage is different when I'm talking about Fortnite. I know some other Fortnite channels also do that. So yeah, expect to see, again, it's another one of those, this is still a Fortnite channel, and I always plan to keep it that way. But I like playing other games too, so if you see background footage that's like Call of Duty or something, don't freak out, because I'm still gonna probably be like, if the Fortnite's titled this in Fortnite Battle Royale, and the thumbnail is Fortnite, expect me to at least talk about Fortnite. But it doesn't always mean that the background footage is gonna be Fortnite, but still mostly Fortnite, because I mean, I kind of like to keep it as Fortnite. It kind of throws me out sometimes when the background footage is different, but I mean, like for me personally, and also like when making videos, I've realized like this podcast is really ranty so far. I mean, that's kind of what a podcast is like. Yeah, I like to keep if possible, I like to keep the background footage the same, but sometimes I'm kind of cut for time, so it's like, sometimes I'm like, do I want to, like, I've streamed Fortnite for like an hour and a half today, do I really want to keep playing it just to get background footage, or would I rather play something else, and have more fun just doing that and record background footage for that, especially now that I can use my capture card for the PS4. But yeah, that's pretty much that. Lastly, I wanted to talk about the old map. I said I would talk about this earlier in the podcast. A lot of people, I wanted to talk about this because of the Fortnite Polaris mod video that I made in the stream that I did. I used to think, before I did that, I used to heavily believe that the new map is better than the old map. I would say, new map's better than the old map. I don't care what anybody says. But now, honestly, going back to that map and like actually physically walking around in the map, the old map is just, I think it's way better. At least just like that Season 1 version, Season 2, Season 3, Season 4. Once you get to Season 5, that's where it starts to be a little bit worse for me, but especially Season 6 and 7, like, that's where the map starts to get, But, yeah, I really like the old map. Something about the way the terrain is set up to, like, promote fights. And instead of it just being, like, the new map feels so flat, I feel like. Even when there's giant mountains, even when there's big hills and stuff, it still feels flat. Because most of the map is just hills. It's just light hills. Not a lot of natural high ground, except for that one area in the map, which is my favorite, by Lazy Lake and stuff. and by like Catty Corner, like the Snowy Mountains. But even those are like weird mountains that are kind of weird to traverse, and it's just like the old map had so much variety when it came to the terrain and everything, and it had a lot more. It felt like it had like a lot more trees, which is weird for me to say, but it's like I feel like the old map just had more mats and everything. It's weird. I might make a whole video on that, but I don't know. The old map is just better. If you guys want to watch my Polaris mod video, it's still on my channel. You can watch it, of course. I don't know why it wouldn't be on my channel. It's on my channel. Um, but yeah, also, I know this is it's a podcast, so of course it's gonna be long. I don't know how many people are actually gonna watch the whole podcast. But if you're watching the podcast, if you're still watching right now, I very much appreciate it because this is probably around the point where I think I'm gonna end it. I think I'm gonna end the podcast around here. Thank you guys so much for watching the first episode of the podcast. If you made it all the way to the end, I very much appreciate it. I hope the podcast does well because I have a lot of fun doing it so far. I know it's just the first episode, but I have big plans for it. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this first episode of the podcast. Be sure to leave a like, share your opinions in the comment section below. Give me more topics. If you have a specific question or like even like a more specific topic, because some of these were kind of broad, so I kind of couldn't really give too much on them. I tried my best, but if you have something like more specific that you want me to talk about or a question that you want to ask me, or even some broad topics work as well. I think they were good here for the first episode to kind of give me some ideas of what I could talk about for the grand scheme of the podcast. Yeah, if there's something really specific you want me to talk about, then be sure to leave a comment down below, and most likely I will get to it in the next episode of the podcast. I'll see you guys next Saturday for the next episode of the podcast, and I'll see you guys for the next video or live stream that I do. Yeah, I'm elongating this outro so much. I need to find a good outro for this. But yeah, thank you guys for watching the podcast, and goodbye.